Ndị be anyị kenekwanụ m unu. Anyị si ka nke onye chiri ya zelụ. Dịka o si dị ya bụ Eastern News 24 ka anyị si wetara nye bụ ozi unu jege n'ugbu a n'iru akwụkwọ gbasịta maka ya bụ ife na-eme n'obodo nọ n'ime ya and nwere ụwa na-azụ n'ala Igbo. Ya bụ ife ka anyị wetara elu n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa na Eastern News 24. O nwere ife anyị chọkwa unu ga-egodi n'iru akwụkwọ. Ife a bụ ihe Biafra Deputy Prime Minister bụ also the Chief of Staff bụ Dr. Ngozi Orabueze kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ anyị wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa. Gegodi ya bụ ife okwu ị ga-esi ya dropụgodara ya ife iche n'ụdị nke gị gbasịta maka ya bụ ihe ndị a niile okwu n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. All right, over to you.
No other leadership in the whole United States of Biafra, anybody telling you anything apart from this are the criminals working for the Nigerian state to disrupt what we are doing. Do not pay any attention to them. Biafra is already here. And we are going to use all the God-given talents that we have to protect our land. It is our right to do so. Today, we are going to pass two major bills. And we are going to discuss that. The first bill is the right to bear arms and self-defense. This right will authorize Biafrans the right to bear arms and the right to defend themselves. Self-defense being necessary for the security of liberty and a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms for the purpose of defending themselves and the state shall not be infringed upon. That is our right. If we do not do this, we will all be eliminated by the Fulani terrorists and all these mercenaries brought into our land by the Nigerian state. And we must protect ourselves. The second bill we're going to pass into law today is the Arms Manufacturing Bill Act. The 40 states are tasked to obtain the means to locally manufacture weapons of a defensive nature to be used to defend the state and the people. On that note, I'm going to open these two bills for discussion. And the Information Department, Honorable Ugo, you can go ahead and take the hands. Thank you so much, everyone. Is Honorable Go on? Let's go ahead. Dr. Yanka, please go ahead with your submission.
Okay. Good evening, my Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and all cabinet members. This bill is very essential at this period when our people are being massacred. Self-defense is an inalienable right of every human being existing. But I just have few cautions and reservations. Looking at the context and the environment Biafrans operate, and looking at the kind of leaders we have there, and looking at the socio-economically, so that we don't commit something that may backfire and hit us back negatively on our people. The question is, are our people ready to carry firearms? Where do they get the firearms? Do they have the resources to buy it? Do we have the manufacturing hubs and the supply system? Because before you know it, in as much as we want the world to know this is what our people are going, we also want to minimize the risk. We know what these terrorists can do and what the terrorist government can do. They will start to walk through people's house one by one. And once they catch anybody with a then gun, we know the potential consequences. You vanish from there that you are not supposed to. And our security system of Biafra, have we gotten to that stage where we can come to the defense of our people if they get into such trouble? So these are the things we need to consider properly before we implement this act so that it doesn't back. And if it backfires, I think we also take blame for that so that we do not commit blunder in the course of this. I also do think that strengthening our intelligence at community level so that when people come, we'll have people who will be able to know that this and have people who are trained, our defense forces to stimulate them or activate them that look, these people have, and these people can't just come and fall into somebody's compound. Now, the question I ask, if I'm a man in my house with my family, and let's remember that where these people operate are in the villages, we have peasants who don't really have any experience and training. Now, if you're them,
shut
you
up,
have a
shut up your mouth. Shut up.
Dr. Colley, please, your time is up. Please,
Okay.
we understand what you're trying to explain. Please, whoever that came with that, please calm down. Honorable Colley, I think your time is up. And again, this meeting is not to check where it will be gotten. This is a simple act that we want to pass into law. So when, please, if you're coming, hold on. We don't want where it's gonna be. Hold on, please. We don't want, because we have the people in the firearm department that have already gone through this bill and they've already explained all the things needed. As those, if you're not in the firearm department, please don't take our time to explain where it's going to be gotten, where it's not being gotten, and all that. Henry, go ahead, please. Okay. Thank you so much.
One thing before that, please. I'm not sure who was just cutting in. Let's also try to be civilized here. I'm not sure who is cutting in and shouting.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's okay, Dr. Colley. All right. Thank you so much. Honorable Henry, go ahead, please.
Is that Henry myself?
Henry, the Asia rep, please.
Okay, thank you, because we have two Henrys in this house.
The Asia rep.
Thank you, my DPM COS. Good morning from here, fellow cabinet members and everyone present. Secretary. Yeah, I would like us to flash back before all these killings in that country. We must remember that Nigerian government withdraw all defensive tools that people have in their houses. They record it before the Fulani headers and all these terrorists step in and start murdering people anyhow. So taking away the things men are using to defend themselves and their families before start
go make money
was the starting point. So now, as a new nation, if we are trying to restore confidence in our people and let them know that they can have things in their home they can use to defend themselves, I think it's the right step to take. So because of that, I think that this bill is timely and we should see it from that angle rather than escalating thoughts and all that. Thank you, my DPM and everyone in the house.
All right, thank you so much. Honorable Benjamin, go ahead, please.
Thank you so much, my DPM. Thank you, honorable members in this platform. I have heard the whole thing, and I just want us to know that we have to go straight to the concept of the bill. Yeah. And the concept of the bill is self-defense. We are not we are not here to make rules and laws for villages and states and whatever. It is only self-defense. It is the right of every individual to defend themselves. Yes. And in some nations, it is their right to carry arms. And the essence of that is self-defense. And the government has nothing to do with how you acquire your either gun or whatever you are going to use. The only what government will do is to place rules and regulations. It is entirely up to you to know how to acquire it, where to get the money. Government will not give you the money. You are the one to fund it. When I was younger, growing up, we never had an armed robber in our compound. My uncles, they all have gun. See, and you can't just come in there anyhow. And when you look at these people that are being killed, they go to their homes and kill them. Then if the person, the father or the man in that house has a gun and gets one person down, the killing will stop. They will only try to see how they can carry their diseased one away. And if he's still breathing, to know how they can save the person's life. And that will also go far in protecting other members within that village. Because when they kill a family and nothing happened to them, they will go to another family. And before the day comes in, then the entire village will have been killed. Okay, now even if it is to be in the church, they can also protect themselves if they carry their gun anywhere they want to go. So we are not here to tell the citizens how they will get their gun or how we can fund their gun. They are not military. This is civilians. So we are only here to empower them to defend themselves. Now, that's all. To be in the church, they can also protect themselves if they carry their gun anywhere they want.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Benjamin, for that position. Honorable Joshua, go ahead, please.
Okay. I greet my DPM, Honorable DPM, I greet you, and also
rocket by rocket. You curse me, I curse you. Let curse in anybody that is not standing on this. As far as you are marching the earth is cursing you. We need to grab our freedom, our peace. The peace of my generation is the most greatest achievement I need in this world. I am working. I am working. Money is not the problem. But we have money. We have houses in Africa. The house, how many times did I went there to live? But now we have no peace. Fear did not even let me to carry my children to Nigeria.
Simon, please round up. There's something happening.
Okay.
Please round up. Yeah, thank you.
Fear did not even let me to come back to Africa because of I don't know what will happen when you are driving your car. They can bring you down, kill all your children. Your life is finished. And you still see all those things, you are still betraying this struggle. Shame to you and shame to your generation. Let us stand up and leave this mess. Thank you, everyone. And God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Biafrans, something will happen. Please respond quickly as soon as possible because it is what it is. We are at war, and that's what we know. We are at war. So I do apologize. I'm bringing the space down, but it's coming back up. As soon as possible, please respond. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile, de facto government in the homeland, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa, to this emergency media press briefing. Welcome on stage, my Prime Minister. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Biafra people. Good evening from here, press. Various locations to listen to this evening space. I welcome you all, friends and lovers of Biafra, and of course, those who love and cherish freedom. My fellow Biafrans, I am very, very happy today, and at the same time, I am sad. I'm happy for the fact that you have shown the highest resilience in the modern freedom fighting. Your resilience is top-notch, and it is evidence of the job that we have done for the past 3 years. We made you go through the fire to become a diamond. Today, you have become a diamond. As a Biafran, you find yourself anywhere in Nigeria, you have become a diamond. And you must be very proud of yourself anywhere you are as a Biafran. Anywhere you are within the Nigeria state, you must be very proud of yourself because your resilience has made you become a very precious stone within the Nigeria system. As a Biafran, I want you to be very proud of yourself going forward. We have conducted 4 successful days sit at home. Today was actually the highest in the history of our sit at home. Today recorded the highest compliance. I mean, even chicken was not in the street, not even a fowl. And the worst part of it is that nobody even want to go out to make videos. The today sit at home is the highest of it all. What does that tell you? It tells you that Biafra government has defeated Nigeria. And it tells you also what to expect after the Biafra declaration in December. We will shock Nigeria and the world. I'm very, very happy that the result of the template to the liberation of Biafra is coming out to the public and to the world, especially to those who doubted our resolve from the beginning. You must remain fearless before your enemy. Our slogan, as you know, is freedom or die. The die is not for us, it's for the enemies. And I want everyone to understand that Nigeria has collapsed. I want to use this opportunity to send, on behalf of the Biafra government, our condolences to people in Maiduguri, people who have lost their loved one today under Nigeria. In the name of protesting, I am sending my condolences on behalf of Biafra government to those in Maiduguri that lost their loved one. It may surprise you and shock you today that Nigeria Terrorist Air Force conducted air bombardment on people in Borno State, and they killed hundreds from airstrike. Did you hear it anywhere? I am asking you, did you hear it anywhere? Of course, you can't. So we send our condolences to the family that have lost their loved one in the air bombardment of the Nigeria Air Force today in Maiduguri. At the same time, we want to commend those in Gombe who actually stood their ground to fight. Even though we are not fighting and we're not protesting and we don't have the same ideology, but we have some kind of alliance. So the encouragement we will continue to give you. Those in Gombe, you must continue to stand very strong. They made sure that 3 ministries in Gombe was raised today. That is the consequences of the killings in those areas. In all this, we have made it very clear. Any day, anywhere, a Biafran become a victim, the Biafra Defense Forces must be standing by. We will move to the street. This is not going to disrupt our template to the liberation of Biafra. The resistance fighters, the Biafra Defense Forces, and the Biafra Liberation Army, you must be on standby. The Chief of Army Staff, Criminal Terrorist Staff, has issued a threat that they are watching and they will intervene. And I know that when they issue this threat of intervening, they are not intervening anything. The target is Biafrans. And this time around, we have army, we have defense forces that have stood, defended our land, killed them, neutralized them in numbers, and they know what we can do. So on this note, I am calling on all the fighters of Biafra forces, both those in the reserve and those that are very active in their command and bases, to stand by. When the order will be given for the street, it will not be public, so they don't know what is hitting them. While we continue our liberation struggle until November, we'll change the dynamic again. Our dynamics will be changing probably on a monthly basis. I told you people that the month of July will be a very interesting month that you can never forget. And I want you to take your memory back to the month of July. The history that we have created can never be wiped away when you talk about how Biafra fought their way out of Nigeria. July will everly live in the mind of these terrorists and their sponsors. In the month of August will be the double of the month of July. What it means is that you will hear news and news and news from Biafra land. We will never allow terrorists to breed in our land. I want you to understand that we are not yet in the declaration stage. We have not declared Biafra yet, but our target and objective is to make sure that Nigeria will never breed in our land to kill our women and children again and go free. The promise of this government of Biafra is that every Nigeria present.
Ndị be anyị ngwadalụ nne nnukwu n'isi wee na-esoro anyị n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Ka efi were ekwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ihe Biafran Chief of Staff kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ bụ Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Gịnị ka i were ekwu n'ụdị nke gị gbasịta maka ebe ife ndị a niile nọ okwu n'iru akwụkwọ? Drọpụrụ anyị alụ gị, drọpụrụ anyị ife iche n'ụdị nke gị ka a mara ife iche, your own reaction gbasịta maka ya bụ ife na Eastern News 24 webe anyị si were wetara onye bụ ozi. Ọzọ dị ka ịbịa bụ tụsakwa ya bụ ozi ka ụmụnne anyị dozi n'ebe dị iche iche wee marakwa ife na-emenụ and wee mara the update on the latest development on Biafra Republic government in exile. Daalụ nne na ụmụnne m, ka emesịanụ.